The bells of the convent rang for the last time. High in the hills of Thessaly, a cold wind whispered through the olive trees. Inside a crumbling chapel, a small group of nuns knelt beneath fading paintings of saints. Their prayers trembled in the air, because on the horizon, fire was already rising, Ottoman banners, red as blood, and everyone in that chapel knew what it meant. No soldiers would come, and no walls could save them. Only faith and silence. Their abbess, Sister Eleni of Lissa, lifted a silver crucifix and whispered, "If they breach our walls, keep your vows inside your hearts. That's one thing they can't take." But she was wrong. When the empire's army reached the gates, they shattered them with cannon fire. For the Ottomans, a convent wasn't sacred ground. It was defiance, proof that the cross still dared to stand in conquered land. Inside, the sisters hid their relics and whispered final prayers. By nightfall, the convent was burning. Yet through the smoke, something unexpected happened. The soldiers waiting for screams heard singing instead. Bound by ropes, the nuns began to chant, "Agnus Dei, Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world." Their voices shook, but never broke. The Ottoman captain dragged Sister Eleni before him and offered her mercy. "Renounce your God, and your sisters will live." She looked him in the eyes. "I have already given my life. What else can you take?" By dawn, the convent was ash. The cross melted down for coin. But the story didn't end there. 22 women, what remained of the order, were chained and marched toward the coast. 7 days under a burning sun and no water. No mercy. When one fell, another lifted her veil to keep it from the dust. "If you cannot hold the cross," Eleni's words echoed in their hearts, "then hold each other." They reached the port of Volos and were forced onto Ottoman ships. The journey to Constantinople took 12 days' storms. Hunger, silence, but one young nun, Sister Magdalena, whispered psalms through the night. Her soft voice carried over the waves, and for a moment, even the sea grew quiet. When they arrived, the skyline of Constantinople burned golden in the dawn. They were paraded through the streets like trophies before the Sultan's council. They were given one choice: convert or vanish. None spoke. Not one. They were taken to the dark halls beneath Topkapi Palace. A maze of cold stone and silence. There, stripped of their names, they were forced into servitude. But the Ottomans underestimated them. These women had already lived lives of sacrifice. They turned their suffering into prayer, their silence into strength. At night, they prayed in secret, carving small crosses into the walls with broken nails. Their faith became invisible armor. Soon, whispers spread through the palace of foreign women buried beneath the floors who never spoke, never begged. Servants called them cursed. Others called them saints. When offered freedom in exchange for their faith, they refused. When threatened with death, they smiled. When asked for their names, one answered, "Call me Silence." Their defiance terrified even the guards, and in that silence, they found victory. Years passed. Most were gone. But deep beneath the palace, a hidden chapel remained. Carved from the dark. A broken mirror became their cross. A strip of linen became their altar. And every night, they prayed in whispers the world would never hear. Centuries later, archaeologists uncovered a small chamber beneath Topkapi. Faint crosses etched into the walls. A single Latin phrase, half erased by time. Lux in tenebris. Lucid. The light shines in the darkness. The empire tried to erase them, but their voices survived the stone. and their silence still speaks. If you felt something hearing their story, remember it, because some truths can't be buried. They live on in the dark.